finally time we start our sled build. We got a few boxes over here, not all of them, but let's see what we got. Box number 1, here we got our monster stuff. As always, the first mod we're gonna do is a finger throttle. We also got the kill switch and reverse switch. Just clean up the handlebars nicely. We got the finger throttle guard, and we got the brake reservoir. Now the experts do come with this reservoir protector, but see how much smaller that is? And it's still strong, so we'll probably just throw that on there and clean that up a little bit. Sorry for the raspy voice as well. Been sick the last day. I think it's already gone away, but still have a little tickle in the throat. Box number 2, this year we got a Seco seat cover. Stoked to be running some Deviant ink wraps this year. Look at that. Got all the goodies in here, some t-shirts, our wrap. And if you guys are interested in a wrap, I highly recommend heading over to Deviant Ink's website and checking out their wrap builder. Makes it super easy to customize your wrap to whatever you want to do, and lots of different features you could play around with in there. Also use code Freerider for 10% off, and you're helping support the channel when you do that. Then there should be a big box right here with some bumpers in it, but thinking that's going to show up later today. And then this box here, it's like opening a present. Bunch of, I don't know what, but we got the South Simcoe machine. Wow, my voice is pretty bad. But this is actually for the Polaris to put the link brackets on the tunnel, which we don't have the Polaris here, but let's get that monster finger throttle on there. I have yet to have the hood off the sled, so thinking we got screw there. The other screws are probably right under this cover, however it comes off. Yeah, 1, 2. And you got the 2 connectors here. Slide those right under there, I think we can. It's a little bit tight. Cut all the zip ties. Let me just pull all this old crap off the handlebars. Disconnect the throttle cable. There we go. We gotta pull all the electrical pins out of this connector. We'll just take the connector off. We'll do one at a time here. Start with the kill switch. So you're supposed to just be able to shove a pin into the hole on these connectors to pull these out easily. Should be good to just put this one right back in here. Doesn't matter what side, as long as it's in the right spot. Like I said, there's supposed to be a pin you stick in this hole, those little round holes. Just push a pin in there and then you pull this out easy. It's easiest to put this into here first and then pull that through there. And you grab the new clip that Monster gives you and then try and get it on there without dropping it. Bing, bang, boom. Gotta get this friggin' wire loom back on, or whatever you call it. The hardest part of the job. So I remember seeing this trick actually a while back. Not using the open end side of the wrench, but using the box end. I mean, honestly, this works pretty good anyway. Now we just gotta do the brake reservoir and the RER.
Well, fast forward like 4 days from when we were putting the finger throttle on the sled. Today is Monday, December 12th. And if you remember, today is the day I was supposed to leave and head out west for the winter. But we're nowhere close to ready to leave. The sled is still not built, like just the finger throttle still. All we've been doing like the last 4 days is shipping merch orders. You guys absolutely killed it on that. Can't believe how many orders I got. So cool to see all the stoke for people wanting to come out and ride. If you want to get entered for that still, pre-orders are open on the website and those will ship out sometime in January. But this sweater here was our best seller, Mountain Vision. Actually designed this one myself, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's get this sled built so we could head out west. We'll probably still be delayed by like 10 days, unfortunately. I actually wanted to be out there December 1st, but that's just not how life goes. First I had to finish up with work, and then I did the giveaway, probably at the worst time I could have, because I guess it was kind of last minute. But I don't think people would be too stoked if I just took a bunch of orders and then said, see ya, I'm going snowmobiling. Let's get this sled built so we can get on our way out west. The next piece of the puzzle will be bumpers. We got backwoods bumpers, front, rear, and we even have these spindles. I'm not gonna throw these on right away because I do want to ride the new chassis just kind of stock, but these look pretty sweet. I think the only difference is this distance is longer. Don't quote me on that. But pretty stoked on this Manta green color. This sled's gonna be looking real green. Ow! Of course. Got skin right on the snowmobile here. Dummy. All right. Okay, I thought you could just slide this out. What's going on? This is a pain in the ass. The old ones used to come out easy. These ones don't come out so easy. Want to just jam it in there? Oh, there we go. Golden. Now I gotta try to get all the plastics back together. Now, if you're wondering if I bought a rivet gun just to do the bumper, I would never do something like that. You should see the friggin' mess on the floor here from where I left this pipe. Man, come on. I mean, it's not like my garage floor is that nice, but I didn't really need a big oil slick on it. Okay, and I put this back in, and we're done the front bumper. Okay, now for the back bumper. And this is gonna be where that rivet gun really comes in handy, because there's a lot of drilling in the back here. And, well, I guess not drilling. Well, there is drilling, but there's a lot of rivets, which would be what the rivet gun would be for. Kind of funny how the sled basically takes up my whole garage. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a lot of rivets. Probably should put my rat pieces on the tunnel first before I put these on, eh? Am I on the right side? I'm on the wrong side. You guys know my Skidoo's actually a 155, not a 154. No, I guess I don't know what happened there. Usually I like to start with the easier pieces, which this is kind of an easy piece, but then I gotta do this big part of the tunnel next, and that part is not so easy. As you can tell, we're definitely going for the green theme on this sled. One. Now the first sled I ever wrapped, I think it took me like 12 to 14 hours total time to wrap it. And usually now it takes me about an hour and a half. I don't spend too much time getting it perfect. I think it actually turned out pretty damn good. Now we'll do the other side and then put the bumper on. Bumper time. We've got some hardware out of the old bumper. And we'll also use some new hardware. We'll get in all this hardware just loosely on both sides, and then get the back grab bar on. And then we'll drill all these holes for the rivets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. At least 17 rivets per side. So that rivet gun's gonna come in handy.
Wow, that was easy. So between the two sides, that'd be 38 rivets. No way I'd want to do that by hand. I mean, I have, but this, so nice. The bumper on and all cleaned up here. I love the look of these bumpers. Probably just gonna cut off the excess bolt past the nut on the inside in the tunnel so it doesn't cut the edge of my track. Well, that's a wrap. Just got to go over the whole thing with the heat gun. Get some corners pressed in nicer and just really set the wrap onto the sled. Make sure it doesn't lift off. And we got one more thing to do on the sled. Just got to run it to town and grab something. This lighting in here is freaking terrible for filming. Better? No hat? Now you're blinded. But yeah. All finished up. We did get the Seco seat cover on there as well. We do have some backwoods bumpers for my dad. So we're gonna bring them over to him probably tomorrow and give Jerry his first sponsorship. And I do have another surprise for him as well. If you guys saw the Team Jerry shirts, got something even better for him. We'll go over there tomorrow, but it'll be right now. Over at my dad's house here, we're gonna bring him his backwoods bumper sponsorship. Oh wait. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna be holding this box and then I'm gonna put it down and he's gonna see this. Should be pretty funny. What's going on? We got your first sponsorship package here.
Are you recording this?
Yeah. This is from Backwoods Bumpers. They gave you some bumpers.
Wow. What the hell is that? Come on.
What?
That's pretty funny. You are...
But yeah, you actually have some backwoods bumpers here, front and rear. So I guess I'll put that on your sled for you now.
You're putting it on.
Wow, I know you don't have time.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have time either, but I did one already, so I should.
You've never done anything nice for me before in my life. What gives? Hey? Did they tell you had to put it on? Must have been, eh?
You gotta put that on.
I do?
Yeah. We got the front and back bumper done. Probably took me like an eighth of the time of what it took me to do the bumpers on my sled. Second time around, having it fresh in the mind. And I had all my tools already ready. So yeah, that was great. Thanks to Backwoods Bumpers for hooking up Jerry. My sled's all wrapped up. The old man's sled is done now. And all that's left to do is load up and head out. I do have a bit of a truck situation I got to figure out yet. I actually ordered a new truck about 16 months ago. It's still not in. It was supposed to be, but it just got delayed till New Year's. So that's handy. So I think we're taking the old Dodge. Nothing wrong with it. The last month has just been a total shit show. There's another story that I'll have to tell you guys about. It's a good one. Future video though. But thanks for watching and we'll see you out there.